it occurred to me that all these metal pieces right here used to go somewhere, and that whereas the white wire currently didn't have a piece of metal to plug into here in this socket, before the relay inside here melted, one of these pieces of metal probably did go there. That means that that white wire is supposed to connect to something. I did some looking on Sears's appliance support site, and it appears to be it's supposed to connect to pin 2. So, what I have done is I have connected, come on, focus. I've connected that white connector onto a spade connector that I've connected to pin 2 on the relay. And of course the red wire is still going to the overload. Now, they're not actually touching. There's not actually a short there, but yes, it's close. I'm going to plug this in, and if it works, I will unplug it and make a more permanent solution, because you know I've still got my wires twisted here, and that's not a good long-term solution there. So all right. Please, let's not let the smoke out of it. Magical smoke, stay in. Hey, that sounds like it started. Yeah, you can actually come in here and you got cold air. And I mean cold air. So, alright. I think that's about got it. The run capacitor here is, I guess, optional. But I believe it goes between pins 1 and 3. So I may or may not reconnect it. Supposedly it's not strictly necessary, so I'll probably leave it off. But all I got to do now is clean up my efforts here and make them a little bit more workmanlike, and I should be good to go with the fridge again. Okay, with a proper splicing job there and a proper connector here, I can attach them to the compressor. Now, one must ask the question, why did the overload melt? What caused the relay to melt? I'm not entirely sure, but I have heard that one should clean one's coils every so often. Let me get my flashlight here. I took off this little panel here on the front, and stuffed inside this panel was this wiring diagram. And here's the wiring diagram for the part that I just replaced. That sure would have come in handy earlier, but hey, at least now I've got it. Now then, I bought this refrigerator in 2003. Loaned it to my sister. It sat in storage. I've used it for a few months. And I think that's not supposed to, all that stuff's not supposed to be there. I think that's like lint. It needs to be cleaned off. I want to take a vacuum cleaner to that. To all of this, actually. I'm going to use a vacuum cleaner to clean off my coils here. This is a very manly use of a vacuum cleaner, to use it to fix a major appliance. You know, not one of those domestic things. So we'll see how this goes. All of this was on the coils of my refrigerator. Acts like a blanket, keeps the coils from cooling, causes the compressor to work harder, and possibly burns my stuff out. So now all I got to do is put it all back together again. You can also get to the coils from the backside. There's more than just that one, but the coils behind that first set aren't really that dusty. The worst of it was there on the front. So now I'm going to put it all back together. Alright, got it all back together. The overload and relay are replaced. The coils are clean. The back is put back on. All that remains now is to plug it back in and put it back where it belongs. Yeah, that's definitely the compressor running. Okay, back here? Yeah. Alright. I have a fridge again. Hooray!